Imagine standing at the edge of the deepest place on Earth, a place so deep that if Mount Everest were dropped inside, its peak would still remain nearly 2 kilometers below the surface. This place is called the Mariana Trench, located deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. It's smaller one rhyme. With smaller ray 3 acetyl iodide, with smaller breezu say Surya wire wide array, with smaller one. Wisteria researches for more than 2,500 kilometers. At its deepest point, known as Challenger Deep, the ocean reaches almost 11 kilometers below sea level. No sunlight, no sound, just endless darkness. For decades, scientists believed almost nothing could survive there. But every mission sent into the abyss returned with more questions than answers. So, what really exists at the bottom of the Mariana Trench? As you descend deeper into the ocean, everything begins to change. At just 200 meters, sunlight disappears forever. Below that, there is only darkness. The water grows colder. The pressure becomes unimaginable. By the time you reach Challenger Deep, every square centimeter is being crushed by more than 1,000 times the pressure we experience at sea level, enough to destroy an ordinary submarine instantly. That is why only a handful of humans have ever reached the bottom. Even today, exploring this place remains one of the greatest engineering challenges on Earth. Despite the crushing pressure, the Mariana Trench is not empty. Scientists have discovered creatures that seem almost impossible. Transparent fish with soft bodies instead of hard bones. Giant amphipods growing far larger than expected. Strange jellyfish drifting through complete darkness. And enormous single-celled organisms so unusual, they challenged what scientists thought life could be. These creatures survive without sunlight, without plants, without the conditions most living things need. Every new expedition reveals species that have never been seen before, which raises an incredible question. If life can survive here on Earth, in a place this extreme, where else could it exist? In 1997, scientists listening to underwater microphones captured a sound unlike anything they had ever recorded. It was so powerful, it could be detected thousands of kilometers away. They called it the bloop. For years, people believed it came from an unknown creature, larger than any whale on Earth. The internet exploded with theories. Was something enormous moving through the deepest parts of the ocean? Years later, scientists found a more likely explanation. The sound was probably created by massive Antarctic icebergs cracking beneath the sea. But one question still remains. How many sounds are still waiting to be discovered in an ocean we've barely explored? When robotic submarines finally reached the bottom of the Mariana Trench, they expected a lifeless world. Instead, they found life. Tiny shrimp-like creatures, strange sea cucumbers, ghostly fish, and bacteria surviving where almost nothing else should. Why? But then, they found something even more surprising. Plastic. At the deepest point on Earth, far away from human cities, scientists still discovered plastic waste. It was a reminder that even the most remote place on our planet has must be Mars old Mars non so red scans that has already been touched by humanity. Today, the Mariana Trench remains one of the least explored places on Earth. More people have walked on the moon than have visited its deepest point. Every new expedition returns with incredible images, new species, and fresh mysteries. Scientists believe there are still countless organisms waiting to be discovered, entire ecosystems that no human has ever seen, and perhaps answers to questions we haven't even thought to ask yet. The deeper we explore, the more we realize how little we truly know. Reaching the bottom of the Mariana Trench isn't just difficult. It's one of the greatest engineering challenges ever attempted. At that depth, the pressure is so extreme that an ordinary submarine would be crushed in less than a second. That's why scientists built special deep-sea submersibles with incredibly thick titanium hulls, tiny viewing windows, and advanced robotic systems. Even with today's technology, every dive into the trench is a carefully planned mission, because one small mistake could end everything. As the lights of the submersible cut through the endless darkness, the ocean floor slowly appeared, fine layers of soft sediment, strange rock formations, and creatures that looked almost alien. Some moved with no visible eyes. Others glowed faintly. We during the darkness lights. Every new expedition captured images that no human had ever seen before. Not because they were hidden, but because almost nobody had ever reached that depth. Even after decades of research, scientists estimate that we've explored only a tiny fraction of Earth's oceans. Every year, new species are discovered, new ecosystems are mapped, and new questions appear. Could there be life completely different from anything we've ever known? Right now, no one has the answer because most of the deep ocean still remains completely unexplored. When people think about exploration, they usually look towards space, Mars, the moon, or distant galaxies. But one of the greatest mysteries has been here all along, hidden beneath nearly 11 kilometers of water. The Mariana Trench reminds us that our own planet still holds places more mysterious than science fiction. And maybe the next discovery that changes everything won't come from another world. It may already be waiting in the deepest place on Earth.